flash bright and glow. Cyber city skyline low. Lost in shadows where we roam. Here we rock in Squirrel Zone. Neon lights flash bright and glow. Cyber city skyline low. Lost in shadows where we roam. Here we rock in Squirrel Zone. Dark and alley blips and clicks. Metal paws and cyber kicks. Rusted wires mesh and twist. Squirrel Zone won't beam as we rock out in Squirrel Night. See bright in blinding light. Future's here, technology tight. Rocking hard till morning light. Circuit zap the night alive. We survive the cyber hive. Outcast and electric vibe. In these streets we do or die. Digital heartbeats pounding hard. Skies filled with electric stars. We ride fast in glitching cars. Leave behind all city stars. Outlaws in this neon maze. Humming with electric haze. For the future here we blaze. Squirrel Zone in cyberspace. Technology tight, rocking hard till morning light. Circuits at the night alive. We survive the cyber hive. Outcast in electric vibe. In these streets we do or die. Digital honey's dying hard. Skies filled with electric stars. We ride fast in glitching cars. Leave behind all city stars. Outlaws in this neon maze. Humming with electric haze. For the future here we blaze. Squirrel Zone in cyberface.
Let's get nuts.
You may fire when ready.
What?
You need to hang the towels. Well, didn't you just show up to the perfect stream today? Heidi ho, neighbors, what's going on? Happy hump day and all that jazz. Look at all these little cuties down here. Yeah, so cuties. What is up? How's your week going? Hope it's going well. It's going not too shabby over here, except for I had a child have a birthday yesterday, so now they're officially a teenager, and I have many feelings about that. A lot of them relate to me being old, so there's that. You got pizza. Well, that's good. That's a good start. Pizza is always a good thing. Pizza is indeed a happy thing. I kind of wish I had pizza. Unfortunately, too fucking broke. Story of my life. Speaking of which, hey! Don't be afraid to tip your DJ. My kid just went to his first day of first grade. Nice. Nice. Yeah, mine turned 13 yesterday, so yeah, I'm all up in my feels about that. My youngest one turns 13. My oldest is going to be 30 next year, so I mean, 13 and 30. Rolls off the tongue nice and easy. And what else is going on? Who's partying out there? Coming home after a month in the desert of West Texas. I'm sorry, welcome home. 13 going on 30? Yes, she is definitely that. I have not seen that movie in forever and a day. 15 next month, Jesus Christ. Turns 2 in a week, oh my god. Bit of a clingy day for some reason. I can't imagine why that would be. Can't think of one reason. Not one at all. Not one. Well, what else have we got going on? The kid is at art camp today, so the wife will be going to pick her up in about an hour, give or take. I need a shower. Fair enough. Fair enough. So you're going to go? Well, we're still going to be here because today we are learning. Today is an educational day, and we're going to be learning about things like executive function or executive dysfunction and task paralysis and taking the tiny wins. That's what today is going to be about. That's right, edumacation from Saskamadelphia or Philadelphia, depends on where you are, I guess. So yeah, if you want to come back and get edumacated afterwards, we will be here being edumacational. Utimata, something like that. Am I close? Did I win? Wifey got me an iced coffee while she was out. Oh, and another happy thing. Another very happy thing. I've already got the physical copy of this one. I get the physical copy of this one today because it arrived in the mail, and I just need to go and get it and then get a frame for it. And wahoo! And then I will put them both up on the wall somewhere. Probably, I don't know, up here over my head or something. I don't know. I'll get it figured out. Time will tell. We'll get there. Oh yeah. Oh yes. So you'll see that on my new educational videos, I start them off that I'm a double certified coach. Because now I am. Hurrah! Happy me, happy me. I might have to actually change that that command key. Yeah, I might. Oh, sorry, I've been up since like 9:30 this morning. Had to take my kid to the art camp. That was all right. Hope she has a good time. Must be nice. No, I wanted to go back to sleep. Actually. But unfortunately, I couldn't. Because I had to drive the kid. But yes, you have. And that is kind of shitty. I'm hoping so. I'll remind her to. Because, yeah. Because then her and Jace are going shopping as well, so I'm going to remind her to get me a frame from the dollar store so I can put it up. Yeah. I think maybe back here. Right over Bumper's shoulders. Maybe, if I can fit it in there. We shall see. We'll see how it looks. I don't know. I'll get it figured out. We'll figure some shit out. Yeah. Itchy, itchy, itchy. And what else is going on with you guys this week, or today, or this past weekend, or next week? I don't know. Whatever you feel like it. Let me know. I'm curious. Want to know how you're all doing and shit before we get to our educating stuff, which a lot of you will already know, but I mean, it's nice to recap every now and again. Apparently having a nap is nice too. Something I neglected to do today. Oh well. I was getting shit set up for this, so it kind of took priority. Know what I mean? Know what I mean? We're trying to make that bugger crack. Alrighty. Well, I guess maybe we shall get to the point, get to the meat of the episode. Meat, fresh meat. Shall we? Alrighty. Zoom meeting. Yep. All Zoom meetings had mental health meds this morning, and meetings with instructors. Today, tomorrow, Friday. Oh my god. See, that just tired me out just reading that. That is a whole lot of stuff. Whole lot of stuff. Anywho. Alrighty. Let us get to some edumacating. The first thing I will show you guys, and let's see if this comes up properly. Yeah. No. No, it did not. It should have. Oh, probably it's probably looking for this. I think. Oh, maybe not. There you go. Pick the right fucking thing. Okay, so it's not that. It's this one here. And apparently it is the wrong damn size. Because of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? Alright. That is what we were looking for. Was the executive functions. Because there are 8 of them. You can't really see my mouse there, can you? Yeah, I know. It's what happens when whatever. But anyway, so yes, we do, as humans, have 8 primary executive functions. Being impulse control, where you think before acting. Emotional control, keeping your feelings in check. Flexible thinking, adjusting behavior to unexpected changes. Oh boy. Working memory. Yeah, need I say more. Keeping key information in mind. What I think that's supposed to say while using it. Self-monitoring, self-awareness to how one is doing in the moment. Planning and prioritizing. So setting goals, setting and meeting your goals. Task initiation, taking action to get started on your tasks. And organization. Keeping track of all things physically and mentally. So obviously, hey, bada bada so wing bada kaboom, as Gothic booms the cup. Hello, hello. But anyway, so as you can see, that is totally the wrong one. Whoopsie. 8 things I fail spectacularly at. Yes, and you're not the only one. You are absolutely not the only one. Okay, so executive functioning is like your brain's task manager. And when you have an executive dysfunction, it is like the task manager locking up the program, but still running, but locking up the program that you're working in. I have no idea what that means. Fucking computer. Anyway. So, when it comes to like the primary thing, yeah, Dan's computer. So the primary things when you're dealing with executive dysfunction is initiation. The first thing, it's like having a broken start button. Start button of the brain. Yes, it is. Anyway, and this, by the way, ADHD people are not the only ones that have to deal with executive dysfunction. Autistics also do. I can't remember who the other one was. There's a couple on the list, but anyway, it's not a sole thing. So, anyway, neurodivergent, spicy brain people often experience initiation failure, which is like hitting launch on a rocket with no fuel. So basically, it's the intent is there, it's just not going anywhere. Yeah, exactly. Planning. Well, planning things out requires working memory and foresight. Our wonderful brains struggle because working memory can't always hold the steps long enough to maintain a solid plan. You got no gas. So yeah, that's another of the super large issues, is the planning. By the way, I don't have any worksheets today. However, that being said, if you do exclamation worksheet, you can still pick up the other ones. I left that on for you guys. Anywho. So you're planning. Your steps vanish mid-thought. Depression, anxiety? I mean, kind of. I don't think exclusively. Like, not on their own, but I think other things that they're tied to. I have to double check that now. Yes, planning is a myth. Goes on the whiteboard because it erases easily. Yep, or the Etch-a-Sketch. Or the Etch-a-Sketch. Anyway, speaking of the planning, then we have prioritizing. The problem with prioritizing, though, and this is one that I feel so bad, is that everything is urgent. So, you know, I don't really have the ability to tell you what the most important thing is. So deciding what matters most is hard when everything feels equally urgent or equally impossible. And you become incredibly overwhelmed. And you start freaking out because you can't figure out what you need to do first, because everything feels urgent. That's one of the biggest problems. And then, of course, with the cup in the way there, low attention, or sustaining attention, having a problem sustaining the attention. It's that low dopamine task crash. Okay, so our brain's dopamine regulation makes it hard to stay locked on boring or unrewarding tasks, even when we want to. Now, this is something that when I was recording my last audiobook, I dealt with this problem immensely because it was so friggin' boring. I could not get into it at all, right? So it was just unrewarding. I wanted nothing to do with it because it sucked. Hi, Heather. Welcome to Edumacation Land. Thanks, Dan. Like I said, there's no specific worksheet for today, but you can pick up the one from last week if you want. Oh my! Who dat? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all my non-binary neurodivergent squirrels, we would like to welcome to the stadium, Dragon Suck My Dick Heart! That's right, Edumacation Land. So thus far, for those of you that are rolling in a little behind, we started covering executive functioning and the problems that we deal with executive functions. I did show off the list of executive functions. In, most people, it tends to work. We've got our impulse control, emotional control, flexible thinking, working memory, self-monitoring, planning and prioritizing, task initiation, and organization. All things that we absolutely suck ass at. We are not fantastic at those things. So, again, the problems we run into with executive function being like your brain's task manager, and then the program that you're dealing with just locks up, like Dan's computer or mine. So, as you can see here, the initiation is like the start button of the brain. Planning requires working memory and foresight, and a lot of us struggle with that because we can't hold on to the steps long enough to make a solid plan. Yeah, there's your impulse control. Mama!
Let's get
Whoa! Yay! Prioritizing, knowing which task is most important, I couldn't tell you, and sustaining attention on the task, especially if it is a low dopamine thing. It sucks. Sucks. So, let's we're just gonna make that go away for a second. Thank you, SQRLFM. All my executives in my function department have all quit. Impulse control, error, not found, Dragon Foot collection. Yeah. Instructions unclear. Ended up with a library and $19,000 worth of books in my cart. Oh well. Anyway, so the cycle that we tend to get into, a lot of us, is we'll start the task and it'll either become overwhelming. We see a big task, we feel overwhelmed, we avoid it because avoidance equals instant relief. The relief turns into guilt and shame. The guilt makes the task feel even bigger, and then the loop restarts. So rinse and repeat. Good times. Anxiety has impulse control by the throat. There you go. I was rude to look at my Amazon cart and at least not compliment the book. Hey, I'm not saying anything about the books. I'm just saying that they're there. That is all I'm doing. So, looking at all of this wonderful stuff here, and all of this information, let us take just a quick second to remind you that executive dysfunction is the program is not responding error. That's what it is. It is you are having a bzzzt. The program is not responding. The system is locked up, which means that it is not laziness. It is your brain's task manager being frozen, even if the program is still open. And the harder you try to force it, the worse the freeze can get. I did my homework. Oh, did you? Awesome, awesome. Program failed to launch. There's that too, right? Like I said, broken start button. That's another thing. And yeah, thanks, Will, for that. Don't be afraid to tip your DJ, because I'm giving you a free coaching course today. Because that's how I do. Oh, that reminds me. I was totally going to put that second bundle. Holy shit. Oh my. Welcome home. Anonymous. Wink, wink. As I was saying, I was going to put that other bundle up on the Patreon, and I totally forgot to because I got all caught up in doing this stuff and planning for the stream here today. So, thanks, Anonymous. You are appreciated and wonderful, and maybe we'll just have to have a rave in your honor. They're like, what the fuck? Anywho. So, we're all good with the executive functioning or dysfunctioning? There you go. Shout out to Mega Man. Hey, tickle tickle. Go, Mega Man, go. Before we go moving on, just a quick little discussion point I wanted to throw in is something that we all try and normalize. A lot of you have heard it. A lot of you repeat it. I see you telling others in the Discord and in the community that you're not broken. Your brain is just wired this way. If you've been in this loop 500 times, it's not because you're broken or stupid or failing. It's just that's how your brain is wired. It happens. We're going to try and share a few things to get out of this little slump and corner that we're stuck in. Question for all of you guys. What is the longest you have stared at a task before actually doing it? Or do you even know? What is the longest you have just sat and stared at a task before doing it? 4 hours? Fair enough. Anybody else? Days, honestly. Minutes, hours, or days? I have no idea, but it's been a while. Okay, so a follow-up to that then. Do you usually find that you get stuck at the start button or halfway through? Probably days. Days close to a week. Yeah, that sounds it. I'm impatient. I just walk away. Fair enough. Start, halfway through. See, I'm about 50-50. About a week on a lab for a class back in college. Fair enough. Start. The majority of mine are at the start. The majority. But then there's a lot of them that I will get about halfway through, and it's like the dopamine runs out, or I lose interest, or I'm on to another task, and off I go. Start for sure. I get stuck in the middle much less often than starting. Same. Depends on the task. I get through more engaging parts really easily, but sometimes they're hard to even start. And I totally get that. I completely understand that. Right? Sometimes you're as you say, it depends on the task. Depends on the size of the task. Yeah, that's where Will's got it right there. Depends on the size of the task. If it is something that I see it and it just feels insurmountable, you know, it just feels something that is completely overwhelming, then yeah, I'll tend to just back off from it. Or it takes a while to convince myself to get started. I gotta think of that sort of thing is worth my time, fair enough. 2 days after being neutered parkour. You're not supposed to do that, dog. You're supposed to be taking it easy. You silly sumbitch. If task is presented as very complicated and needs many steps to start, brain will say, fuck you. I refuse. Till anxiety of no completion sets in, then I hyperfocus to do it. Not failing usually wins out. Roughly halfway through. He's going full nuts. Ironic with no nuts. He's going full no nuts over there. Puppy's got some issues. Well, Puppy's got volumes, actually. No nuts equals full nuts? Sure. It's kind of like calling the fat guy tiny, I guess. Maybe. Or slim. Or the loud guy quiet. Yeah, I don't know. It's got an empty ball bag. No jewels in the pouch. Only the opposite were true. So if only. Notepad. Where are you, Notepad? There's that. And Nutless. Or the guy that won't sit still. Whatever do you mean? For real, whatever do you mean? I don't know what you mean. No idea what you're talking about. Yes. So, you can almost buy VIP 2 more times. There was a 100K thing that I keep forgetting to add. Oh, yeah. That was the other thing that I was going to write in my notepad. And bundle. Hi, did you forget where you were? There we go. Alright. But, however, speaking of derail there, mama, have you ever stared at a sock for 20 minutes like it's the final boss of your day? Trains have rails. Not everything's about you. I mean, not around here. Maybe at your house, though. Off topic, 100% topic. Rails, trains, yes. You know I'm still trying to get the train made, right? What item has the longest? Probably months, years, because both I can't get started, and when I start I get stuck halfway. Yeah. Not those kind of rails, Angie. Wrong kind of rails. That's white phosphorus. Welcome to Dubai. Anyway. You like trains? I like trains too. I used to drive one. I was very happy about that. I felt like a gigantic child. You're the worst kind. No, you're just a different kind, that's all. You went train spotting yesterday? I don't have far to go if I want to go train spotting, because I can literally stand out in front of the house, look down the street, and the main city rail yard is just over there. Like, literally just the other side of the main artery road. Trend rides in a quiet carriage. I've not done one of those in, oh God, in a passenger train. I don't think I've done one of those in 25 years, I think. Something like that. My mom, my sister, and I, we did that a couple of times, traveling back up to northern BC. And of course, I think she got a discount because her father worked for the rail company. Had an old steamer come through town. That was awesome. Better than a Cleveland steamer coming through town, because that would be shitty. Surrounded by toy cars. President obsessed with cars and massive earth-moving equipment as tribute. I mean, 50 years and a freight line train passes twice a day. 8, wow. Or just an engine, single car. If they're running 8 on the front, 8 on the back, I wonder how long that fucking thing was. Because, I mean, you can run a train that's up to, I think, about 2 miles long, with 1 on the front, 1 in the middle, and 1 on the ass end. Longest one I have ever had was a little over half a mile long. Or no, that's not true. It was longer than that. It was just about 2/3 of a mile long. Probably 3 plus. Yeah. But yeah, longest one I had was pretty close to 2/3 of a mile long. 63 cars. I think 63 or 64 cars. They were all empties, so that was good, because the thing I was driving was not super powerful. Like, it was, but it wasn't. If those things were full, we weren't going anywhere. Would have had to fucking buckle up another one on the other side. But anyway, as we, go off on Tism Town over here. Hello, Brookie. Num, 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 num. 100 plus train car. Oh, yeah. Can't imagine being stuck at that crossing. Yeah, those crossings are the worst, being stuck at those. Like, whenever we go out to the rescue, there's one major train crossing over here. It's true. Trying to think of the trains are really long. Shut the engine off. Those ones. Yeah, they will. Yeah. Echo fuel economy and train ship is way higher than some of them. Some of them. Not the ones I used to do, because they were the diesel electrics, so like they sucked a lot of gas. Like we did a major fuel up once a week. Filled the shit right up to the top. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Big time. Okay, so we are finished the first part here, the executive function part. I see we're kind of at an awkward time here with the ads. So I guess we can just kind of sit and shoot the shit for a few minutes and let the self-care break kind of come on over, or I could do it a couple minutes early. We can do that. Back on track. Track trains. Hey, I see what you did there. And then, next thing we will be moving on to is task paralysis. High speed, 8 gears, and a buffer of 3 engines. Wow. Like 50 miles more, dragging literal tens of hundreds. Oh yeah. Easily. Yeah, once they get up to speed, yes. It's that getting up to speed that is the challenge. Yeah, same ones that I was driving, Will. Actually, the last company that I was working at, their headquarters was out of Texas. So our site manager was a guy from Texas. Actually, I still have him on my Facebook. He's a funny dude. Okay. I said I'd do days ago. Yeah. Oh yes. Yeah, the slowing down for sure. Right. That is why we had our groundmen. They would call out when we were like backing into something. The guy who was riding the car would call out distance, and it was our job to be able to stop fully in half that distance if we needed to. So if he called out 20 car lengths, I needed to be able to stop in 10 of them. Yeah. That's also where I used to give my groundmen shit for not paying attention, because, like I said before, there's no scratches and scrapes when it comes to trains. Not very often. No, don't ever try to beat a train. No. Always have to call out. I mean, yeah, I went from doing those kind of call outs to these kind of call outs. Hey. But yeah, I never. After seeing what kind of potential damage can be done by one of those things, no. No. And especially if they have like hundreds and hundreds of tons of weight behind them. Those things are heavy enough by themselves. If they're carrying hundreds of tons behind them, no. Because there's no immediate stopping. Right? You blow the air in all of the brakes, and you still, if you're carrying that many cars and you're going at, I don't know, 50 mile an hour, you're still taking at least a mile to stop because of all that weight pushing on you. The opposite of gravel. It's a lot of gravel. At least it wasn't chemicals. Been incidents recently here. People doing it on purpose. And it's feel for the drivers. Watch the call on 40 cars. And 10. Had to flip the train back on the train. Jesus Christ. Anything that can obliterate a semi with trailer, leave it almost on it. Yeah, exactly. I actually was watching a couple of videos like that last week. Yeah, I just came across one on my YouTube feed. There's one about, like, you know, major just car accident or train accidents with trains and vehicles at the intersections. Watching derailing of a train shows the amount of speed built up in the weight. Full ass train cars, containers, liquid cars. Yep. Train just plowing forward, unfazed. Oh yeah, that amount of kinetic energy. Tornado that derailed the train. I may have seen that same one. Yeah, I've definitely seen a couple of videos of tornadoes blowing a train off the tracks, or at least blowing some of the cars over, kind of thing. Yes, it does. Yeah. Newton's laws, man. That's what you get for hiring your nephew and not a trained professional. I mean, there's that. Alright, we're close enough, I think. I think we're at the point where we can kind of push a little self-care break here and get away with it. Is everyone too carrying gravel or coal or something? Also should have plant after that. Well, if the plant was in the wrong, like I've seen cases for both sides of that argument. I've seen where CN fucked up royally, and then I've seen where the guys at the plant fucked up royally. Derailed cars and shit. Not pretty. Anywho, alright, let's skip this out a couple of minutes early then, shall we? I will push these ads out, and we will have ourselves a little self-care break. I will grab my chai tea and maybe change my coil if time so allows me. Whatever.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
So, let us have a quick little self-care break, and then we shall be right back to talk about task paralysis and how to deal with it and get out of it. All right, my lovelies? Yes, my TT. Alright, good enough. Got that out of the way, so now Twitch can just shut up and be happy about things. Like that'll ever happen. Alrighty, moving right along, shall we? Next up, we has got Task Paralysis. Why you freeze when you're doing shit. Basically. I'll just give it a second here. Just want to make sure everybody's, back from the bathroom and the water break and all of that stuff before we carry on. Because my brain hates me. I mean, that's closer to the truth than not. Try getting the ice cream of the monsters. Salted caramel all the way. I'm 100% about that salted caramel. Numb. Bring it in my face. Sounds kinky. It's giving Motley Crue vibes. I don't know about that. I mean, if you think so, then okay. It's not what I was aiming for, but it's kind of aiming for like a cyberpunk metal. Mind you, I guess I could. It depends on the track. I heard there were a couple I heard in there that kind of gave a bit of that. Oh yeah. There are no lyrics. Come on! Fucking destroy that cup. I'm not paying a friend $200 because I just couldn't get over the task paralysis and clean the front of my house. Oh, dude. I feel that. Like, there's not a whole lot that I can do, but like, especially with the wife breaking her toe, on top of the task paralysis that she goes through. Yeah, there are times we'll just pay people to come over and like clean up the dog shit in the backyard, or, you know, do a quick mow or something. Actually, I think she recruited Panda for that not long ago. You know, recruits her to take Sabine for a walk anyway. Just because, you know, the toe for one thing, she can't get in as much for the walk lately. Ears may still be adjusting. Fair enough. Fair enough. Alrighty. Let's go over task paralysis, shall we? On the grass, taking Sabine for a walk. But it's because of foot, yeah. Picks a Panda cutting the grass. Well, better than Panda cutting the cheese.
Roger, roger.
Anyway. Brain looking mess said, fuck no. Uh-huh. Amen to that. That's a nuclear holocaust in a bag. Not a good time. Alright, moving along. Alright, paralysis. Task paralysis. Where it seems like a system freeze. The root cause often comes from things like overwhelm, where you've got too many moving parts and your brain just kind of short circuits and goes, no. You dreamt of Bon Jovi's Wanted Dead or Alive. You dreamt of the song? Or you dreamt of the video? Or you dreamt of being in a concert? I suppose I could go a lot of different ways. Contemplated throwing on my dishes and buying new ones. There's a joke that I tend to make from a long, long time ago. And it disappoints me when a lot of people don't get it, but I mean, that's okay. When somebody says something about doing the dishes, and I just kind of like, dishes are done. I'm trying to remember what movie that's from. I think it's from like Adventures in Babysitting or something like that from way back in the 80s. But yeah, same idea. Blowing up all the dishes and just replacing them. Or another idea that I heard, which can, or maybe not so much, be brilliant. Too many steps? Yeah, that's a problem that I deal with too. I know a couple of guys. Will, this might work for you. I don't know. I know a couple of guys that they work out of town, and when they were, before they got all shacked up and married and whatnot, they bought themselves like a giant stack of like paper plates or Royal Chinette or shit like that, right? And that's what they would use for their dishes when they got home, because they were only home for a few days and then back out for like 2 or 3 weeks kind of thing, and then back home for a couple of days, right? They didn't feel like having to clean up a giant mess, so they just got themselves paper plates. If that works for them, fucking brilliant. You know, good for you. You've done it in the past? There are times where I wish. Anyway, another reason for task paralysis. I have no idea what this one is like. I've never heard it, so I don't understand it myself. Right, Gur? Anyway, perfectionism. If I can't do it perfectly, why even try? And this is rooted in rejection sensitivity. Because of course it is. Because of course all of these little things all hold each other's hand. Of course they do. Of course they fucking do. Because why not? Hides in called out. I mean, The bot said it for me. And low dopamine. If there's no reward, there's no fuel. Which is why, as I said last week, this is why you want to give yourself little rewards, right? Be it, having a cookie or reading it. In Mama's case, read a chapter of a book. Read 3 chapters, do 10 dishes, that kind of thing. Whatever it was, stuff like that. Yeah, but if there's a low dopamine on a task, if there's no immediate reward, basically it feels like fucking climbing a mountain with a spoon, right? It sucks. It's not gonna happen. I know we teach to get along with others, but I'd be okay. These things didn't get along so well. Yeah, wouldn't we all, right? So, what is a way that we can fix it? We can help get out of it. Microtasking, right? Another thing that we were talking about last week, where large tasks overload your working memory, so you chunk it into micro tasks and makes them a lot more achievable, right? Break it down into smaller chunks. And then that way, it's easier to get yourself a little dopamine hit. I was going to say drugs, but that's better. I mean, drugs are not the worst. I didn't say that.
Drugs.
No, I said nothing about that.
Drugs.
No.
Drugs.
Okay, yes. Whatever.
Dun,
Yes, microtasking is great. And that's why we are constantly talking about it. So, here's one way that we can actually, before I even get to that, let's just back up here a second. So, for example, and I think I used this one last time when we were talking about having to do like a big document or something. Instead of attaching to the idea of I have to write a report or I have to write a whatever it is, don't think of it that way. Break it down into smaller tasks. Open the document. Put a title on it. Write 3 bullet points. Expand on the bullet point a little bit. Rinse, repeat, right? But cut it down to those smaller elements, and then that way it doesn't feel like an insurmountable object that you're trying to overcome with little to no gas in the tank. Anyway, so here are some things that some people can try using visual aids, right? Like a checklist or a sticky note or a whiteboard or digital timers or stuff like that. After that, with after action reports, there you go. Right? But having a visual timer gives you that sense of urgency, but without the panic of thinking of the entire project. This way, you're just doing a smaller thing. But if you have a visual timer for that, it's just for that little thing, not the giant mountain. You're just climbing over a little tiny hill. Yeah, Mama, that's right. The 2-minute rule. I try and stick to this, especially when my wife comes and tells me something, right? Like, later on I want you to change the garbage or something. I'll just get up and do it because it's a 2-minute task, right? If I can get it done in 2 minutes, it's done. And then that way I don't forget about it, and then I don't have to deal with the wrath of the wife. But yeah, the 2-minute rule. Just do it. If it can be done in under 2 minutes, just do it. Get it out of the way. I was looking at pots and pans. That is not a 2-minute task. That might take a little bit more. Where are we here? So yeah, with the visual timers, checklist, sticky notes, whiteboards, this reduces your decision fatigue with less to hold in your head. Your wife gives you 2 minutes, lucky guy. Yeah. Well. Speaking of which, off she goes to get the kid. And yes, your 2-minute rule, just fucking do it. Body doubling can help. Again, this is something that doesn't work for everybody, but it is something that works for a lot of people. It helps for me. I need to push myself to do things. Pots are 16 years old. Might just buy new ones. I mean, that's fair. Those are some pretty damn old pots. I get it. I get it. So today, so that's a win. Small wins are still a win. Yes, 100%. But yeah, with the 2-minute rule. So yeah, again, if it takes less than 2 minutes, just do it now. Get it out of the way. That works because it bypasses the whole start button freeze, right? If it's just something small and you can just jump on it and get it done, cool. Which is great for things like doing a little bit of laundry or something. Again, cutting it down into small chunks too, right? For the laundry, okay, I'm just going to fold a couple of t-shirts, right? The dishes, I'm just going to wash the cups. Quick emails, or in my case, like I said, when the wife wants me to do something, like change the garbage or whatever, I just get up and do it because get it done, get it out of the way. It bypasses the whole freeze at the start, and I won't forget about it. Body doubling, which is great for streaming while working. You've got your built-in accountability. Our Discord focus rooms, because we do have body doubling rooms in the server. I do see people use them. I know that in the staff channels, a lot of people are always doing body doubling. And there are some people that misinterpret the idea of being in a body double channel, right? That some people think that it means that you need to get in there and like be sociable and shit. You don't, right? There have been numerous times, including last night or the night before, where we'll just sit in there and some of us won't say a word for up to like 45 minutes or an hour or whatever, just because they're individually doing things on their own, right? But you're having somebody in there and you're having basically an accountability buddy is what it is. But your brain, because it knows that there's that extra person there and it feels that it senses that accountability, hence motivation. So that's why body doubling can be a fantastic thing. Again, doesn't work for everybody, and whenever I say that, I always think of Jay, because I know Jay is notorious for saying that body doubling does not work for him, and it's true, it doesn't. He's terrible at body doubling. Body bubbling. Okay. It sounds kinky. It depends on the task, and that's true too. Right? There are some things where, like, I can do it if I'm, like, working on a music project or whatever. I do have the ability to focus in on it. I prefer not to sometimes. There are times where I would much rather have all of my focus on that, right? Because you're having people talking in the background and shit. 40 minutes ago to do trash and 40-minute timer. Chaos yells at me. Chaos yelling at you is something that I take no responsibility for. If you're attacked by the under 5 posse, that's out of my hands, dude. Yeah, fucking freaks, I tell you. Anyway, success momentum. Start easy and stack the wins. Right? Once you start, Sabine, shut it. Right? You start with something small. You gain a bit of momentum, right? If you start with something small, you overcome that. And if you have something else that is another small task, right? If you can do that, then do that. Break it down to a bunch of 2-minute tasks. If you do one, do another, right? If you've got that momentum, you can keep going. This kind of coincides a bit with the 5-minute rule, right? Which is, if you don't remember, the 5-minute rule of if you can just do it for 5 minutes, and at the end of the 5 minutes, you can either say, fuck this, I'm done, or you'll have enough momentum to keep going, right? 9 out of 10 times, that's basically how it's going to work. It's funny how that's broken into a 2-minute rule and a 5-minute rule. If you can do it in 2 minutes, just do it. If you can do it for 5 minutes, then great. Maybe you can keep going. But anyway, the when you're stacking up your wins like that, you start with the lowest barrier task, and the brain craves completion dopamine. And once you check a thing off, that's where the engine kind of starts. Hi, Star Dragon. How are you doing? Oh, hey, nice. It worked finally. I'm glad that worked. Got to see you on the chat over here. How are you doing? Welcome to our little educational seminar or something. Words and stuff. But another thing you can do that a lot of people tend to do, and I tend to do this myself. Got to start the laundry. Well, hold on. Hold that thought, Will. Hold that thought. I forgot to say this at the beginning, and I totally meant to say this. That I wanted you guys to pick a quick 2-minute task. And hold on to it. Hold off on it. But pick one. So, I don't know if you all have one. If anybody... Do you guys have a quick 2-minute task? Can you get one in your head? I'm not asking you to do it right now. I'm just saying... Can you get one? Do you have one that is available? Or even a 5-minute one? Because then... Yeah, hold off. Hold off on that. There's a reason I ask. I can let me ask my wife. There you go. Right? Don't do it right now. Yes, I knew that. And I don't know why. I just stuck with the name there because I saw it. Anyway. Hi, Hoshi. I need to do my laundry. What's the rule of laundry? Hold that thought. Hold that thought. I meant to ask everybody at the start of the stream, and I totally forgot to because, you know, that fucking tracks. But anyway, okay, so let's do a quick recap on this, on the micro wins. Having visual timers is handy as hell. So things like simple kitchen timer, it gives you the urgency without take out the trash. What you can do? Okay, see, there's something right there. But yeah, it gives you the urgency without the panic feeling. The 2-minute rule, if it's something that you can do in 2 minutes, just do it, get it out of the way. That kind of tends to skip over the starting freeze kind of thing. Great for things like laundry, dishes, quick emails, changing garbage, stuff like that. Body doubling, which a lot of people do use the stream for, which is great. But even if you're in like a Discord voice chat, we've got tons of rooms there that we use. And it also provides dopamine via shared energy and social mirroring, which is another thing that I forgot to mention. There have been many a time where some of us had done shit like that, like working on whatever they're working on and say when they're getting close to the end that, yay, I'm almost done. And the success momentum. You start with a simple, easy task, a 2-minute task. If you could break things down into multiple 2-minute tasks or multiple 5-minute tasks or whatever. If you could start one, get the momentum to keep going, awesome. You can get shit done before you even know what happened. Shu said no. Oh, that's funny. All right, so this is how we're going to do this. We are going to do a preview. I have spoken. There you go. We're going to do a preview. And actually, I'm going to change this. I'm going to change this. There we go. We're going to make this a 5-minute thing. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to take that small 2-minute or 5-minute or whatever thing that you need to do, and we're going to play Pomodoro with it. We're not going to play full Pomodoro with it, but this is what we're going to do. Okay? So those of you who have got your 2-minute task, your 5-minute task, if you have to start your laundry, if you have to start your dishes or whatever, okay? We're going to do this. We're going to take 5 minutes. We're going to get that task out of the way, okay? And then we will come back and brag about it. Okay? Then everybody can brag about what they did, and we're going to share in a little bit of dopamine. All right? Even I'm going to work on something here really quick. I'll even mute myself. All right? So, I'm going to start the timer. 5 minutes. Go and start that task. Do as much of it as you can in that 5 minutes, and I will let you know when the timer's up. All right? Let's do it. Just go. That's fair. That's fair too. I said, go and do your task. I put it on a 5-minute timer. I'll give you an extra couple of minutes, but go start your task. See how much you can get done in that 5 minutes, all right? Why are you dying? B chased you from the trash bin. Holy shit. And you lost a slipper. Well, that's impressive. That is super impressive. And just like that, because he had to touch grass. Yeah, well, and the bee tried to touch his ass. And just like that, our 5-minute timer is up. Had to go back and get it. But I mean, really. That's fucked. It's like the wasp trying to get in here through the back door. I did groceries this morning, then me and oldest went to the doctors and dollar store, so I'm exhausted. New anxiety and depression meds for me, yay. Yes, yay, indeed. All right. Kaboop. We'll swap over to here. So, Dan, you went and got the, cleaned my fan. It was covered in cat hair. There you go. Emptied the washing machine, refilled it, next load, and filled up the dishwasher. Holy shit, that is a lot. Excellent. Laundry started. There you go. Boom, look at that. Done and done and done. Totally the wrong window there. There we go. Boom. All right. Sorry, just doing swapping a few things out. Did I have anything else in there? All right, your one micro task. Yep, we covered that. We just covered that. All right. We're gradually creeping through the pile of laundry all day. Hey, there you go. Break it down little by little. Right, if that's what you have to do it piece by piece. And there you go. Break it down into small, attainable tasks. And there you go. Bob's your uncle. Right? Okay, so for those who were not here the last week, if you do exclamation worksheet, it will give you the link to the last worksheet that I gave you guys, which some of you kind of hate me for, and I'm okay with that, because fuck you, that's why. So if you didn't see it, it looks like this. He says, if you don't, I mean, fair enough. But yeah, the current worksheet is practicing self-compassion. Could have done without the boss fight of the dumpsters. Right, but you came out on top, so I mean, how amazing is that? Right, you won, speaking of which. I think that might have been a wasp, which means I would have to go get the fly swatter. But anyway, yeah, practicing self-compassion. Treating yourself like a good person and stuff. So if you want to grab a copy of that, and Hoshi over on YouTube, I gave you the link there if you want it. Because I keep forgetting to make sure that the commands work on YouTube as well. Though you know what? I never actually tested that, come to think of it. Let me see. Fuck you then. Don't work. Something I'll have to fix in the near future. Oh well. Boom. I don't know why I'm booming today, but apparently I'm booming everything. Because boom. There we go. All right. All right. How are you feeling? You guys doing okay? You got your little things done? Those of you who did decide to participate? You got the link? Okay, good. I'm just cranky that the command there doesn't work over on YouTube, so I have to fix that. It should, because it's through Stream Elements, but you're tired? Well, I mean, you ran away from bees. That's fair. Homework. That's right. Well, I just showed what it was. Did you see what it was? It's a worksheet for treating yourself with compassion. Because I said so. You just got done? Excellent. How are you feeling, Heather? You gonna brag about it? Brag about it. Do it. Those of you who did the thing, brag about it. Be proud. Be happy. You should switch over quick. I mean, fair enough, whatever. But it reminded me that I need to fix the commands there. I don't know if it's YouTube. I think it's Stream Elements, actually. But something to check out anyway. Okie dokie. Let's see here. Very quick recap. Executive functions. The initiation, like the broken start button. Doing the planning, the steps vanish halfway through. Prioritizing everything where it feels impossible because everything just seems urgent. And sustaining attention on the task and how it cycles through. Start the task, you avoid it, then you feel guilty, and then the guilt just makes the task seem bigger and bigger. Rinse, repeat. The task paralysis, overwhelming when there's too many moving parts. Just woke up, will only catch you in today. Aw, that's okay. Got him to eat a little bit more. Nice. Good stuff. I'm bragging around like a little girl, then went back for seconds. I mean, hey, there you go. Probably took 5 minutes. It was a long walk. But it got done. What else? A lot of people avoid it because perfectionism. If I can't do it perfectly, why should I bother? There's no reward for it. There's no low dopamine engagement. A good fix for that, breaking it down into micro tasks like visual timers. If the 2-minute rule, if you can do it in 2 minutes, just do it and get it out of the way. And body doubling is another way that helps many, many people. Yesterday did the litter box, and it was 5-minute intervals. I'm going to compassionately add it to... There you go. If you can print out that worksheet and use it that way, great. If you just can throw it on the computer and use it that way, great. If you could just read off it and write it down on a piece of paper, great. Whatever works for you. But if it can help you, fantastic. That's the point. And stacking your wins. If you can break everything down into small enough tasks that it is just 2 minutes for that, 5 minutes for that, 2 minutes for that, 5 minutes for that, good. Stack it up, take the momentum, and take the win. Because small victories are still victories. Right? Right. So there we go. That has been our edumacation for today. Pretty simple. And yes, yay everyone. Did put the dish away before sitting down 2 minutes. Yay, I achieved. Fucking A. There you go. See? Like I was saying before, with the 2-minute thing, right? Whenever my wife comes in and says, I'm going to want you to change the dish, or change the dishes. Wow. I'm going to want you to change the garbage later. Or the compost. Compost takes a little bit longer. Side quest, make the bee problem a super problem. I've been forced more compassionate myself by my body. There you go. You got to be compassionate to the body, or the body is going to tell you to be compassionate. Same as with sleep and rest. If you do not rest, you'll get to a point where your body says, we're going to rest right now. And it will, whether you want it to or not. So that's why you kind of got to keep an eye on that shit, which I'm doing better at. I'm doing better at it. Prick. It'll shut down and not where you want. No, not where you want at all. Slept like 12 hours today. Nice. I did not. I did not. I wish I did. Though I did have a completely random thought. I think I'm going to finish up painting Gur with the paint that I do have. Because I looked at his original picture. and it is less of a mint green and more of an aquamarine. And I do kind of have, where is it? I've got that color. It's this one. It's closer to his original color. So I think I might just spray paint him with this for his accent pieces and call him done. Even though I gotta do a little bit more on his stand, but yeah, that's what I think I'm gonna do. Just to get this guy done and set up. Got 8.5 hours sleep just now. It was amazing, and I'll take that every night. There you go. Beauty! I'm just gonna keep that can of spray paint right there just to remind me that I have to do it. I did not get 8.5 hours sleep. I actually got about... What did I get? I think I got about 4. Yeah, I think I got 4 when I got woken up, and then I had to... Then I just stayed up, because it was like another hour before I had to take the kid to the art camp. You can say if you have a green base and put it over, it should work nice. I don't have a green base. I don't. No, I don't. Well, I mean, I've got it in acrylic, but not in spray paint. And I think I have a... What do I have? I think it's like a hunter green. The one that I painted all the fee stuff in. Because, yeah, I've also got this. So that's not bad. Yeah, the tropical blue. What else have I got? That's purple. That's purple. That's gold. That's brown. Where did my green go? Right. And then I got the hunter green. So a little dark. Yeah. Give me your chair. Ooh. If I used to function on 3 or 4 hours of sleep every night, yay for nerve meds, so I can... Yeah. Mine don't necessarily help me laying still. I did get a physical yesterday, so far all is good. We'll be getting some tests done in a couple of days or weeks. I had an MRI on Saturday night. Is it paint turquoise? What, this one here? Kind of. What's the actual name on it? Seaside. It's called Satin Seaside. So like an aquamarine. I mean, it's close. Yeah, it's close enough. Yeah, fuck it, I'll just do it. But yeah, that's kind of closer to what his original colors were in his first couple of episodes. So if I do it, I can get away with it. I don't care. And then later on, if I want, I can find myself a mint green and give it a shot. Give it a do-over. How did the results go? They get back yet? Yes, they did. I saw them in my health app. I saw the notes for them in my health app. But I have an appointment with the neurologist on Friday morning to go over those. So my wife and I are going to do that on Friday morning. Oh yeah, I call it the autistic torture tube. Right? But I was talking about that on Sunday. But yeah, I hate them. But is what it is, right? Had to get the little stabby right here. And they had to load me up with a contrast. Love the sound of him. I'm big into dubstep. And that's pretty much what it is. Just dubstep in a can. More or less. It's kind of what it sounds like. Oh. Yeah, you're deaf. There's that. I kind of wanted to show you guys something that I did. Where did I put it? It was something I did last night. And I made it for the kid for her birthday. Need to remember where the hell I put it. I'm stuck in a magnetic steel coffin with loud noises. Yeah, that's what it is. It is actually super good. Lucky you. Did I put it in here? I did not. Son of a bitch. Where did I put it? Sure, I put it in here. Yeah, well, it's because of the blue. He just saw a blue and just latched onto it. Like, I know that color! Reply. Nope, that's not it. I'll be in the corner. That's right, you go take a seat. Oh, wait, I think I put it in documents. That it? That is not the image. God damn it. New pots and pans or dishes will be easier tomorrow. Hey, there you go. Who knew gaming could be such a grind? It's true, depending on the game. I totally agree with you. Whoop, there we go. What is up, Harley? How you doing? And what game are you grinding, out of curiosity? Hey, hey. Inquiring minds want to know. Go walk the dog. That's a very old joke for me. Stir fry, walk your dog. All right. Are you going to make this get all sketchy and shit for a minute? Yeah, apparently you are. All right, fine. The things I do to try and find a fucking project that I just want to show off. I tell you. Provided it's even there. I don't think it is. This might make me all laggy and shit, just a warning. No, I don't see it. I'm just trying to remember where the hell I downloaded it to. Because, you know... Yeah, I don't need to say any more than that. Nope. Yeah, nope. Oh well. Current game is Hyperborn because TS4 is fucked up at the moment. TS4? The Sims 4? Thought you're not laggy. Grinding on the Fortnite Blitz. Ah, there you go. I mean, fair enough. Not my cup of tea. This is my cup of tea. A nice hefty chai. Anyway, alright, fuck it, whatever. I can't find it. So, anyway, I printed it out. I gave this to Jasa for her birthday. And it is essentially the story of her Mandalorian name. Right? So, on the top here, depending on how focused this thing can get. It is actually written in Mandalorian. And on the bottom, it is written in English. And she just asked me to keep it up here and put it up on the wall in here. So I'm going to... The other one actually has the color of parchment. So I'm actually going to, like, maybe put it on a bit bigger size and put it in here. But essentially, it's kind of done Mando style, right? Describing it in a lot more of an epic way than a lot of people would possibly think. Here, you know what? I'll even read it to you. And it is, Jate Kara speaks to you now, a word of fortune for strength, for unseen threads guiding forever. That's a good crack I had there. A word of hope. A word for the chance that life will be more than a struggle. But you were never only luck. You were never only chance. You were born a battle of years of disappointment reforging into strength. You were born of will and heart and a family that will never surrender. So your name became Kara Shiar. Not only luck, not only fortune, but a beloved miracle, and one who proved hope was not wasted, the one that carries survival story before her first breath. Now, the reason that I wrote it that way is because she is literally our miracle child. It took us 8 years and 12, she was the 12th. 8 years and 12 pregnancies to finally have her. So she literally is our miracle child. And with her having her 13th birthday yesterday, fuck me, do I feel old. I spill some tea and coffee with her agent color. Especially if it's on cardstock. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can absolutely do that, right? But I mean, the design, shut up. The design that I actually did is it's a parchment background. Control page more, give more dimension. I love aging old paper project. See, I love doing the weathering on things, right? Like if you look at my Mando helmet and see the weathering on that, actually even bumper here. Oh, big time. Big time. So her Mando, actually I gotta, for those of you that have not seen it, it's something that I should actually finish up before the summer's out. This is actually her Mando helmet. I need to finish painting it, right, and finish doing the sealant work on it. But yeah, this is my daughter's Mando helmet. So I'm actually going to write her name on the side of it in Mando. Canvas is good for that stuff. But yeah. Fuck your ads. Printer decides to use the rage credit option. Buy the ink for it. Printer ink is bullshit, in my opinion. As I'm dancing around things, this is my armor backplate, by the way. Which my armor doesn't actually have a backplate, but this would have been it. Look at all the random shit that I have in my office. Want something else random? Hey, it's an HK droid's head. Because why not? Speaking of random shit everywhere. Hey, it's Gur. Look at all the fun shit I've got in here. I need to actually get myself... We're going to wait till the money comes in, and then I'll actually get some more filament and continue printing the HK droid. And actually, I'll even bother the wife and see if I can get that $60 or whatever it's going to be to build my own armor stand in the corner here. To print all 500 pages of 10%. Oh, Jesus Christ. Tuesday show? It's Wednesday, Dan. Good try. See, you guys don't even have to drop cards for the show and tell today. Right? Just random shit. Where's the other one? I've got another one in here that Where did that go? No, it's not in there. I think it's in my room, actually. I was going to show you C-3PO's head. Because I've actually printed out his head. Waffle? Anybody want a waffle? A big-ass PLA? PLA? Yeah, PLA Plus waffle. This is what Gur's going to stand on. This is his stand. So yeah, there you go. Anywho. Are you guys done? Make it blue and we'll talk? Fuck no. Are you guys done? Did you want to shoot the shit some more? Did you want to do other stuff? Since we covered all the edumacation for the day. I know, right? I just ignore him is what I'm doing. If I ignore him, maybe he'll stop. Ah, fuck it. Let's hang out a little bit more. Someone's waffle iron. Gotta take it away. Yeah. Alright, fuck it. Let's hang out for a little bit longer. Time for that self-care break. Go and grab yourself some water or a snack. Hit the bathroom. Do what you gotta do. We will be right back.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Alright? Okay, cool. Grab yourself a snack. We'll be back in a minute.
Behind the screen, but fed me back a looping dream. Flesh rejected metal phrase, crashing code and razor waves. They said reboot would make it clean, but I'm still trapped inside this machine. Memory leak, faith erased, system godless, face replaced. Heart rebuild, burn it all down. Pull the plug, I'm not your crowd. You can't fix what you defile. I'll short the stars and crack the fire. Heart rebuild, kill the spark. No peace lives inside this dark format. Soul eject the pain. I'll rise again without your name. It's time. Heart reboot. I stared into the BIOS black. No reflection, no way back. My voice corrupted in the stream. They patched me out mid-scream. Replaced my rage with polished code, but I still bite beneath the load. You think I'm cleansed inside this shell? I'm every error you tried to quell. Logic drown. Instinct gone. Strip the file. Rewrite wrong. Gave me skin made out of war. Hands to bless, but fists for more. Preached in packets, prayed in noise. Built belief, then killed their voice. My halo spins like turbine blades. Preaching through electric raids. A holy glitch with rusted grace. Their heaven was a fucking interface!
Alrighty. I did find it. I found it while we were on the break there. This is what it looks like here. So, yeah, this is the pretty picture. Let's unlock that, actually. Whoop. So yeah, this here is it's sized for normal print paper, like 8.5 by 11 kind of thing. But I may actually do it up onto a bigger poster. Love the lyrics of the song during the break. Yeah, that's well for you and for Hutchie. That is a little project that I was doing on the side. Where are we there? We're just catching up on a couple things. Yeah, I'm sure I can't technique. What you wanted to know. That's why I bring my wife with me. I bring my wife with me to all the important appointments because she's gonna remember that shit and I'm not. So yeah, there's that. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I might blow it up to like a a poster size or legal size or something. I don't know. Blow it up to bigger than that anyway. Maybe put that in a room or something. Maybe I'll add more to the paper. Give it more of a weathered look or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But anyway, yeah, music-wise, that's a little project that I kind of started on the side. I was thinking, what would happen if I took like a cyberpunk sound and I put like the singer from Active Corrosion in there and had her just screaming her fucking brains out. So yeah, I'm actually going to put that stuff out. I just have to finish mastering up a couple of things, but yeah, some of it is very, some of it's really angry, some of it's not. Some of it attacks certain prohibited topics in the stream. Some of it. Anyway. And some of it's just funky. I don't know. Something like that. Kids walking by. We're looking. Kind of got that in the lyrics. Let me see here. Oh, I don't need to do that. Let me just have a little look-see. Whoop. Hey, what am I doing? I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that. Yeah, so the tracks, Hard Reboot, Servo Messiah, this one is Error God Mode. There's things like ultraviolet, infrared, system bleeds, chromed out, things like that. Kind of going for that, you know, hybrid machine-ish kind of thing. I don't know. I don't know what I was going for. I was going for angry. Angry, yet still kind of techno-y, yet kind of guitarish, yet mostly techno-y. The notes and have things already printed out already. Yeah, like I said, I started asking doctors to just recap for me and send me an email, and then that way I don't forget if they send me something as a follow-up. My occupational therapist has been really good for that. She sends me some awesome follow-ups. So let me see here. This one here. Yep. There you go. Enjoy. Oh God, don't worry about that. We all do it around here. It is all good. Worry not. That's a mood. That I was getting to that point when I was making potatoes yesterday. Oh well. Shit happens. There you go, Heather. I sent you a present. It's alright, Harley. I'm just catching up with your story there. Okay. Had to make sure I was caught up there. Gotta hunt down dinner. Catch y'all there. Will, you're an amazing human. Welcome home, brother. Good to have you back. I'm sure we'll catch you in the Discord there. Everything gets sent to each client. Awesome. Glad to be back. I don't doubt it. Glad to have you back, man. A present? Check in your check in your Discord messages. Another news, I have Discord again now. Yay! Hooray for that! Yeah, if I ever tell you I'm going to send you something, odds are 10 to 1 it's going to be in the Discord. Because that's just easiest. That's what right. That's right. I do remember that. I remember when that happened. You told me that. That's right. Thanks for the reminder. I tend to forget things. It happens. Oh well. Welcome back. Welcome back to our corner of insanity. Or silly ass shit, or educational stuff, or Quiplash, or AI music on Friday. Or I don't know. So yeah, make sure you join us to bastardize some music on Friday. Because we're going to take your suggestions, which you can put in that little link over there. And yeah, tell us what you want to hear and how you want to hear it and what you want to do with it. And we're going to make a fucking ridiculous song out of it. Some of which I have already released online. It's under SQRLFM. So binge your list on YouTube. On which channel? Which list did I make? I know I've got a lot of lists on there. Which, some of them I actually need to update because, you know, reasons. Because real life happens. On that one? Huh. Interesting. You know. Yeah, I need to update some of those. I do. I need to update some of those. There's, I have another channel that I'm working on, which, it's, Media Snacks. So that's where I'm putting, like, a lot of, like, the AI videos and shit like that. I'm doing, you're very welcome. I'm doing a series of, I call it Fable Punk. Yeah, I call it Fable Punk. And it's like the bastardization of some of the classic fairy tales. You know, this ain't Disney. That's all I'm gonna say. The first one I did was Cinderella. And the second, what is the second one? I think the second one is Snow White. It's gonna lead it. I already put up one of Red Riding Hood. I call it The Girl in Red. What else is next? Hansel and Gretel is in there. I'm just trying to think of the list for the ones that I've got there. But yeah, they're all like bastardized, modernized, but bastardized versions. So, it's fun. It's an outlet. Something to do. You know, because I don't have enough shit on my plate. Or something. I'm just going to duck and cover. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to try and avoid the flying papers. There we go. All right. I bet you did. I felt him twitch all the way over here. I know. You remember when we were talking about urgency and tasks and shit? And not being able to tell which ones are urgent and which ones are not? Yeah, there's that. There's that. And call it Panko? I mean, maybe. I'm kind of doing them like, almost like a cyberpunk noir type. But yeah, so I call it Fable Punk. That is impressive. That really is impressive. What do we got here? Ah. Alright, cool. Click. There we go. There the button. Alright, well, I guess it's probably that time. Should probably get out of here and start getting dinner ready and stuff like that. So, I do not have to work on Friday. So, hey, I will see you guys on Friday after the results for my MRI, and I get to go see my my neurologist. Hurrah! Anyway, so until then, thanks everybody for hanging out. If you guys want more, if you guys want a recap on any of the informational stuff we did today, throw a DM at me. I'll be happy to go over it again. And remember that next week we're going to be talking about Pomodoro and other such techniques to help with things like executive dysfunction and task paralysis. So in the meantime, hey, guess what? We're going to go say hi to Anime. I know, responsibilities, they suck. They suck. But Anime's about the only one that I see. I'll watch Das. Yeah, we're going to go bug Das. So, until Friday, drink your water, take your meds, be kind to yourself, and I will see you then. Until then, babies, ciao for now.